when you open up Illustrator and you create the new file, this is what your interface is going to look like. Okay, so over to the left, you have your toolbar. These are most of your tools. Now, a lot of yours may look like this. Okay, if your artboard looks like this, up in the right-hand corner, yours will say Essentials, but you'll have this little box that looks like an interface. Okay, you're gonna click that icon. It'll show you that you're probably on Essentials, and you'll go to Essential Classic. And then it'll look like this. Okay, now I'm just gonna click and drag my my toolbox over here, okay, because I just want you to be able to see it. So, over to the left, this is your toolbar, okay? And anytime you see, okay, and yours will probably be straight, anytime that you see something that has a in the right hand corner a little triangle, that means that there are tools hidden behind there. So if you click and hold down, you'll see you have other tools behind there. Okay, I'm actually going to change mine to painting because my Essential Classics is different than your Essential Classic. I'm going to do mine to painting so it'll look like yours. Okay, because I have an older version, you guys have a newer one. So over there on the left is a toolbar. Now up at the top here, okay, where it says Untitled 1, this will change when you save the file. And notice, I know I haven't saved this file yet because it has a little star beside it. So that means it hasn't been saved yet. You can always notice that. Really easy way to save something, especially after you've done File Save As and name the document, is to hold down Control S and it'll automatically save. Okay, but this is your Documents tab. So if I did a new file, so if I do File, New, I made a new custom artboard and push Create, you'll notice I have a new file here. Okay, so that's what this is. This is your Documents file tab the area. And then above that this is your control panel, okay? Because it controls anything that you're working with your toolbar, or if you're working in your collapsible panels, which we'll get to. So if I click on the rectangle tool, okay, it'll tell me that I can change the color inside, color outside, and the stroke. Let's say I change it to the eyedropper tool, okay? I don't really need to do anything up here. But let's see if I can get it to change. Okay, it will work with that. So let me make something really quickly. Click and drag. Okay, and I go to like the text tool. Okay, but I want you to notice I made a rectangle up here. All this other stuff came, so now I'm able to control how it's aligned to the artboard with these tools. We'll learn about that later down the road. How big the actual box is. So if you want a 5 by 5 inch box with that shape, I do 5 by 5, press enter, and now I have a square. Okay, I can transform it. Again, this is your control panel so that you can work with the different tools. Okay, so if I change to pen tool, okay, now it hasn't changed because you notice I'm on this actual, it's still highlighted, so if I click off, it changes. Okay, so that is your control panel, and then you have your menu bar up here, typical menu bar that you have on any type of software. Over to the right, you have collapsible panels. So if you notice this little guy, collapsed icons, okay, that's because they collapse. So if I click on my layers panel, it'll come up. And I can close it. My swatches panel looks like a little makeup box. Open that up, and you can see that there's these like little lines right up here, right here. What that is showing me is that all three of these, my libraries, my swatches, and my layers, are all together in one panel. So if I open this, okay, they're all right here. Libraries, layers, libraries, swatches. Okay, same goes for this panel. Close that. Okay, I click my transform, my align, and my pathfinder tool are here as well. I can click this open, and it'll show me those. And then I can close them with the little arrows. Okay. Down at the bottom, you have another toolbar over here. You'll see that this is your one of the ways you can zoom in. Some people like to use that one. I usually just use the either zoom tool or another option, which I'll tell you about later. But this is your interface. I will say on the right hand side, let's say I open up the swatches panel and I bring it out here by itself, close that back in, and I accidentally, instead of hitting the little collapse to icon swatches, I hit exit, and now it's gone from the right hand side. What you can do is go up to window, and then these are your collapsible panels, and there's an arrow down here. You can go through more. Okay. Any ones that you want, so let's say if I want swatches back up, and click that. I will tell you on yours, the ones that appear open, so let me see if I can open one of these. Open, window, okay. You'll notice that if it's already open in there, not actually like open and you see it over to the right, but if it's open like gradient is, you will see a check mark by it, okay. So since I deleted swatches, I'm just going to click swatches, and there it is. Now, if I want it to move over to my collapsible panel, all I have to do is click and drag, and you'll see it highlights in blue. So I can either group it here, okay? I can put it in the middle, which will make it open up, okay? Or I can throw it anywhere I want in panel area. And there it is. So that is your interface.